guys, welcome back. I'm so glad that you can be with me today, and I hope you're all doing really well and looking after yourselves. And also thanks to those who have reached out for a private reading. I have been, as you know, getting back to some of you, or all of you I've actually caught up on now, and there will be readings done for you within the next 14 days. So those who are watching for my readings or watching out for my readings on the channel, it might not be on time. I might be late getting videos up, only because I have to save my energy for those who have paid for a reading. And yeah, I mean, it's all good. I'm doing a Divine Confessions of a Broken Heart today. So we are going to have a look at what your person needs to get off their chest. What messages or confessions do they have to tell you? We'll be using my Divine Confessions of a Broken Heart Volume 1 cards that I made, and specifically for this particular reading as well. So that'll be really good, as well as many other message cards as well from other YouTube creators, and those I've bought online. So yeah, let's get started. So I've had to put the flash on tonight. It's quite dark in the room here, but it should be fine to see. And yeah, I hope you're all doing really well. As I said, I have started the twinflame Soulmate group. For those who may not be aware, it is up and running. So I have a Facebook link, a Facebook profile link in the description box below if you want to add me as a friend. There's nothing on my channel. I just created it specifically for this purpose, to invite you to the twinflame Soulmate group. So already we've got about 15 members. It's starting to grow, which is really cool. And it's just basically a support group. So we have Halloween, woohoo, coming up in 2 days' time. And just seeing what's going on. Yeah, in 2 days' time. And don't forget, guys, at the end of this month also, I'm drawing out the winner of the private reading and the winner of the deck of cards of mine, Divine Love Messages from Your Twin Flame Soulmate. Oh, how beautiful. You are always in my thoughts. So 2 winners are going to be drawn out at the 1st of August. I always do it the day after the end of the month, if that makes sense. So it gives everyone a chance to get in there on the last day. And we'll see. It'll be a video that I do up of the random wheel, pick a name thing. You know, the random wheel, the wheel of names, I think they call it. So let's get started, guys. I've got 3 readings in front of you. We've got the Triple Goddess Tarot for reading number 1. We've got the Universal Celtic Tarot for reading number 2. And the Light Seers Tarot for reading number 3. I'll give you a moment to focus on the cards, put your person in mind, and yeah, let's see what they have to say. Hi Group 1, welcome guys. We're going to see what's going on with your person. What do they want to say? What do they want to get off their chest right now and confess to you? What do they want to say, either from their 3D, 5D self? It's usually 5D messages coming through regarding their 3D self and what their 3D self wants to say. Yeah, so we're going to do what I normally do, is suss out where their current energy is, what they're feeling for you, and then we'll get right into the messages. Okay, so Spirit, we've got reading number 1, please. What is reading 1's energy, their person's energy currently sitting in, please? Got the King of Swords here, or the Elder of Swords as it's known in this deck. Wowza. Everything's flying out. Okay, we got the 7 of Pentacles, and we've got the Fool reversed. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, I don't normally do this, but I felt like I needed to look at this, and it's the Lover's card reversed, okay? So let's see. Got Aquarius energy there. Or it could be Libra, however you want to look at it. But it's an air sign anyway. So it's interesting. I see that yeah, I want to get some ideas on this. What is reading group one's person sitting and hoping, waiting, expecting, manifesting, which makes so much sense with the Seven of Pentacles, because you are waiting for something to come to harvest. It's being, you know, your person's invested in something right now and waiting for something to come to fruition, waiting for something to fruit, basically. But yet not able to jump into something right now, not able to move into a pathway that they really want to. So maybe they feel like the pathway towards you is blocked right now. And maybe they're also just in their own space. Maybe they're doing, I don't know why I'm getting community work. For some of them might be doing community work. I kind of see this elder here, and she's talking to the young ones, you know, and she's showing her wisdom, telling them her wisdom. So I feel like your person might be helping others around them at the moment as well. It could be children or youth or those who have a disability. It could be just those in the community. I just get this real strong community feel with your person. And they're hoping that something is going to change in their life as well. So there's something they're waiting for. And I feel like maybe they're doing this also in the time of being apart from you or separated. They might be really taking their time, you know, really putting their attention onto other things right now that can take their mind off this connection. But they are hoping and waiting for it to manifest into something. So it could be that they're not really given up on this, but they're just off doing other things in the meantime. And yeah, it just looks to me like your person isn't really rushing anywhere. They're kind of being patient and just waiting for things to flow, and just they're going with the flow. They're not kind of, you know, pushing for anything. They are a king. They're in king mode. So they know that everything will happen as it's meant to and when it's meant to. So as I said, they're just got their attention elsewhere at the moment. It doesn't mean that they're necessarily in a very happy place, but they're stable and they're working with their mind. It's logic, it's head over heart stuff here. So your person's being very practical, and yeah, moving into circles that maybe where they do feel needed from other people around them, whether it be family, but I still get the community is a very strong thing here. It could be a medical field, something like that as well. Resentment, stinging words, bitterness and anger. So that's something that perhaps that they are, what are we seeing there with that? What are they doing with that? They might be picking up on something that you might be feeling, but this is their current energy too. So maybe deep down, they do have things they still need to bring to the surface and work it out, you know, work out what it is. At the moment, they're kind of just putting their attention elsewhere and diverting that. But deep down, there might be still some issues they need to sort out here. So we have had many lifetimes together. They are aware that you have a very strong bond. And I feel like they're very aware of this, and maybe that's why they're holding out hope too, that, you know, that this is just part of the journey. There's a bump in the road. The pathway is blocked right now. Yes, they're probably resentful on a deeper level. But yeah, it's almost like they're not really going within and dealing with their emotions right now. So maybe that's why that's still sitting there, because at the moment they're just in their mind, getting organized, planning things, taking action outside, maybe even outside of their home. Nothing too emotional going on here. So what do they want to say from their broken heart to you? So I need to learn more. Can we talk? So you might not be in communication right now, because I feel like your person's kind of like got their back to you, or you both have your back to each other. See how they both got their backs to each other here? We can see right here, okay? They both got their backs to each other. So it looks to me like they're not really paying attention to you too much. They're trying not to, but they want to come forward, and they do want to resolve something with you in time when it's meant to be. Okay. So how are they feeling for you though? Let's have a look. How are they feeling for you? So we've got the Strength card reversed. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. And we've got the Judgment card. And we've also got the Six of Swords. Your person definitely wants to move forward with you. They do want this clarity. They want the past in the past. They want to be able to heal this with you. And it does look like they do want to have this happy home with you, maybe even a marriage, a commitment, something stable, something that's long lasting. But they also know that it's going to require a lot of strength, a lot of healing too in this, and an acceptance of letting go of things from the past, accepting how things are right now. And I feel like they do see a future with you, but they might feel also, yeah, I do want to get more info on that. What is this that I'm getting? Because I feel like they want to bring, like, it's almost like they want a fresh start with you. See how, like, unwrapping these gifts? I feel like your person wants to have this happiness with you where they're able to give you like presents, even, like not just their presents, but as in gifts presents. You know, they want to be able to surprise you with a commitment. That's what I feel here. But they might feel that you're moving on. You know, this is what this is that they might feel that you're leaving the past behind and you're moving forward now, because the Judgment is all about the past choices, past actions, and where it's bringing you to today. And when I see this card, it kind of represents that renewal and rebirth. It's like being reborn, you know, and it does remind me of a spiritual cleansing. And it just means the past is being shed now and moving on, even though there might be some baggage still being carried, like as in memories and emotional pain. There is still healing occurring, and it feels like your person might be afraid that you're sailing away now. You know, you're going off in the next on the next boat type thing, getting out of there. So they have a very strong pride. They might feel that you're being too proud as well, that you're being stubborn maybe. And I see both of you maybe being a bit stubborn here in maybe not opening up communication and just doing your own thing type thing. It's funny how we got the Strength card here, and we've also got the Leo, the Lion here too. So that kind of makes sense, you know, considering that there might be a courage thing going on here. Your person might not feel courageous enough to really come forward. Beginning, see, new direction, fresh start, and a chance. This is what your person wants with you, is to bring, you know, both of you to put your pride behind you, and to start a fresh beginning. But yeah, at the moment, they're not feeling that pathway opening up. And maybe they're also, because they've got their back turned, even though they're hoping, but they've also got a conflicting energy going on. They're resentful, but they're also hoping. So they might be resentful because you're being proud and you're sticking to your guns on something, and you're being strong in that, you know. And yeah, I feel like they got strong feelings, but definitely there's a stubbornness going on between the two of you, of someone not making the first move. So they say, I see you everywhere I go, you're hard to get over. And how can I forget you when everything reminds me of you? See, the same thing. I see you everywhere I go, and you're hard to get over. How can I forget you when everything reminds me of you? So they're seeing you everywhere at the moment. So it's kind of like they're trying to ignore that, but they can't. So fear held me back. So there's something about your person might be holding back out of fear as well, but they kind of... I get a little bit of that. I feel like this is more past stuff. The current energy right now is just like, well, you know, I can't do anything about this right now. I am closed off. I am resentful for things. And if they want to, you know, close off to me, then that's fine. I'll just go on my merry way and do my thing here. And if it's meant to be, it'll be type thing. And yet, you know, they're also recognizing that, you know, they have fear. They did have fears. They probably still do deep down. Yeah, about it. What shadow could they be in right now? What shadow could group one's person be in right now? So betrayal. They might feel betrayed, or they might have betrayed you. There's insecurities. So even though they might seem like they've got everything sorted, emotionally there's insecurities there. Okay. All right, so let's get some confessions. What do they want to get off their chest? So I've got the Tower reversed. It's a life or death situation here. See how he or she is hanging on for dear life? And so it's kind of like being reversed. This tells me your person's already undergone this stuff. Like they're feeling like their life is turned upside down. And the what is it? The Empress. Isn't that beautiful, that card? So the Empress reversed. And we've got the Queen of Wands. And we've also got the Page of Pentacles. And we also have the, what's this? The Six of Cups reversed. Your person's really afraid that there's not going to be a valuable opportunity to come forward towards you. They might be afraid that you're too independent, living your life. See how everybody's looking up to her and she's really popular and well admired and well respected and independent and everything and confident. I feel like your person feels you're leaving them behind, basically. That, you know, that you don't want to grow this with them. You don't want to plant the seeds and basically, yeah, grow into abundance with them. They see that you are a very beautiful or handsome, whoever you are. They see that you are gorgeous, basically, in everything, inside and out, and that they really look up to you, and they are worried that the opportunity to come forward and return is like done with now. Like you're not opening that door. And so that might be why they have kind of like even subconsciously closing this path. But it's funny because I don't necessarily feel they're closing it intentionally. It's probably more their fears or just out of hurt that they have kind of closed this pathway off, or they have just accepted that, okay, I can't jump into this right now. Maybe you've closed it off. But this is what's happening, is that deep down they're feeling like you're moving on without them. See, the Six of Swords there is moving on. They are worried that you're moving on. And that you've got many opportunities available to you in the world to chase your dreams and career even. Whatever it is, there's something that you're chasing that they might feel they don't have a chance to be with you in. They don't have a chance to share in that with you. So things have been way too serious lately. I didn't really put an intention on that one. Let's get a shadow message, okay, from your person. Shadow message. These are my Divine Yin Yang Oracle for Lovers, messages of shadow and light that I created. Any of my cards that you are interested in are in the description box below, as well as the Divine Confessions of a Broken Heart and my Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate. You guys have a chance to win these. Okay, let's get started. All right, shadow message, please, from Group 1's person. Okay, we've got 2. So, I'm afraid to commit to you and stop confusing me. So, it could be that your person at the moment is feeling a little bit confused or a bit hurt or upset or closed off because maybe in their eyes you have confused them as to what you want as well. But they're afraid to commit to you. And it could be that because you are someone they really look up to and they don't want to wreck it. You know, they don't want things to go wrong between the two of you. All right, let's have a look. They might be very independent themselves and really find it scary to be, you know, moving into something where they have to think of someone else. All right, let's get a higher message. So we've got, I have the strength to face what matters and I'm willing to work with you. So that's that hope and wanting to see, in being invested so much into this and still is waiting for the end goal, for the harvest, basically. And it feels like they're still invested in this, even though it feels like they have withdrawn and backed right out. I still feel like they're still invested and they do want to, you know, work it with you. They feel like, you know, they could find the strength to make it work if they're to face their fears and be strong and courageous. So what is their higher self message? So all I want to experience with you is balance and harmony. Yeah, because at the moment things feel very unbalanced between you. And you both are very stubborn in some ways. Someone's not giving in, it feels like, that kind of thing. Excuse me. Okay. And they're saying, I love you. If you've never heard this from them, this is what they want to tell you, but they're afraid to. And I see you as my future partner. Right there it is. So they do see a future with you. We do see this with the 10 of Pentacles here, that they do want a fresh start. They do want to jump in with you, but they're also afraid to. You will always be in my heart, so no matter what you might choose, they recognize that you are someone that will always be in their heart. And seeing you triggers past pain within me. So whenever they see your pictures or they might see you somewhere, it kind of brings up all the memories and feelings of pain that they had. Yeah. So I don't feel ready for you yet. That's what's going on here. They don't feel, even though they might be independent in other areas emotionally and, you know, being strong and courageous, they don't feel like they're there yet. So past life relationship, you have known each other before, and once again, this is why your person feels such a strong pull towards you, and that strong bond where they just feel like they can't let this go is because there is a very strong past life connection here as well. So, you know, you might recognize yourself as a soulmate or a twin flame. They're in your soul circle. And I need space right now. So they need some space to sort it out in their mind, to process, I'm hearing. So there's something they need to process with you. So when they do, you know, get out of this funk that they're in, their heartbreak, what might they come through with? So they're going to be approachable and they're hopeful. There's that word again, hopeful, hoping. So yeah, it's still going to be hopeful for the future and easygoing, because they might be really stubborn and hard to get along with right now. But it looks like they could be very easygoing. Whatever's going to unblock here or shift, this is how they could be. So what else have I got here? So they're saying to you, life will never be the same. How am I supposed to go on without you? So they're kind of thinking about this, you know, what life would be like without you. And they don't like that at all. So I can't handle the thought of you being with someone else. And I really miss your smile and I miss holding you. You were meant for me and I was meant for you. Sorry about I have oil and cream on my hands, guys. It's the only reason those fingerprints are there. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. So what is Spirit helping your person with? What are they actually helping your person with right now? What is Spirit helping your person with? Sensitivities. So your person might be really closed off, really aloof, detached, a little bit cold, not getting in touch with their emotional sensitivities right now. And they need to get in touch with nature. They need to get back to reality. You know, in some ways they're running away. And we do see the number 12, which is the Hanged Man in the tarot, which is all about pausing and reflecting, and it's stillness and it's waiting and seeing something from a different angle once the epiphany comes through, like that awakening comes through. So I feel like your person just needs to get back in touch with themselves, with their emotions, accept it, not reject it. As part of the process, because at the moment they're just in their mind. They're closed off emotionally. They don't want to feel the emotions, because if they start feeling the emotions, then they know they're going to come undone, even though they probably would. That's probably the best thing for them, is to come undone. Let them, you know, let themselves crumble a little bit, you know, cry, get it out, whatever. Feel their emotion, just feel it, sit in it. They're not doing that at the moment. They're just getting busy with external activities and people and community and different things they're doing, like getting their mind off this, but they've got to face it at some stage. They've got to face their sensitivities, because your person is a very in tune, psychic, aware person usually. I feel like they are very sensitive emotionally. But they can, if things go really wrong, just cut it off. Just cut off and withdraw, and it's cold type thing. That can happen sometimes. So they've got to really embrace their sensitive side and not reject it. See it as something beautiful in themselves. Because they might feel like, oh, you know, to be sensitive is weakness. rather than seeing it as kind of like a really beautiful strength. So winter recovery, this is exactly what's going on. Everything is frozen over. It's a place of stillness and healing and recovery right now. And that's not a bad thing, because we all have to go through different phases and stages. And your person in this time has the opportunity to heal and to look at things. And yes, they're processing things at this time, but they're also got to also align themselves with the feeling. So, you know, they can't really process their emotions if they're not going deep within them. So they might be just analyzing it in a logical way. So this is something they're going to start learning, I feel. So you turn loose heaven within me, and you are the song of my heart, and I want to travel the world with you. And I wasn't looking for this. I don't know how to deal with this. And I want to be there for you, there to take care of you. Yeah, they do. They want to travel with you. They want to open up to you. That's what I'm hearing. They actually do want to open up to you and embrace you. But, you know, they still have their stubborn ways, and they're so used to perhaps even being on their own or having things a certain way that they just got to learn to just be a bit more easygoing and relaxed, and allow themselves to find ways to work with you. It's almost like they feel that if they change, then it's out of their control kind of thing. They might feel like you're trying to control them and how to be a certain way. But they've got to understand that relationships, two people can grow and things do change. And they can influence each other to transition as well. So it's not a bad thing if they start to do something different to how they would normally do it with you, but they might be viewing it as a really like a threat, to them kind of thing. So they've got to understand that it's natural part of a relationship to evolve together. And sometimes you will clash, and sometimes you just got to work through that stuff. But it feels like in some cases people just prefer to just close off and go back into their shell because they find it's just too much to deal with, or it's too confronting, or it's too scary, or they're going to lose themselves in it and they don't take a risk. And I feel like this is something your person is learning, is that, they can either be stuck in this situation and just live life like this and be lonely, because deep down there is a loneliness there, even if they are doing everything else. And it's going to feel like a cold place for them. So they've got the option to remain there or to work with you into something beautiful. All right, so what does Spirit guide you to do? What is your guidance card? So your guidance card is to navigate by the stars, follow your bliss, look up into the heavens, and just, it could be that you're wishing upon a star. Just let life guide you, okay? It's about that guiding light in by the stars too. It's that guiding light, but it's the inner light as well, and it's allowing yourself to just go where you're meant to. Follow your own passions in life. Don't allow anything to hold you back. Let's have a look at some charms now for group 1. Group 1. We've got quite a few here, guys. So we've got your person is breaking free from old cycles and chapters and karmic ties, which is awesome. There's a cowboy hat here, or a cowgirl hat. It looks like someone might be a bit of a country person, might like country music. We do have the guitar and the headphones here, so someone could play a guitar or be really into music. Could be country and western, or just someone who loves the outback. We've got party, so someone really might like to socialize a bit, but it also can represent a celebration coming up, or you might have met at a party, you might meet again at a party. Someone might have a fair bit of money, okay? Also, for some reason, this is making me think of travel, so money to travel with or coming into money. There's a transition of the butterfly, which looks really cool. And we've got the Scorpion energy here, which is transformation, guys. We've got the telephone, so your person definitely wants to talk to you. Oh, the little thing came off it. Anyway, the little receiver part came off it, but doesn't matter. We've got the telephone, your person wants to talk to you. So it's interesting, actually, I'm just looking more into this, that's gone, is that maybe there's like, you know, a disturbance, like an interruption in the communication, as we can see here, that they might want to, but there's no way to right now. So we've also got the dove, peace dove, so there's peace coming into the connection. We also have a baby rattle and a baby bottle, so it could be that, you know, your person wants to have children with you. We did see the Empress card before. If they might want children, they might be afraid you don't want children with them. Or it could be that someone's in a child, you know, they need to really look at that. Both of you are under the angel's wings. There's a guardian angel's wing that you're both under right now. We've got Taurus. And we've also got the mittens. So someone could really, well, look, when I look at this, I think of winter, snow, but I also see like these could represent like cooking as well. So let's have a look here. We did see winter before, so your person could live in a place where it snows. All right, let's have a look. Letters for group 1, please. Okay, so we've got an, what have we got? An L, a H, a B, a W, and a P, and a T. I'm just seeing if any others have flown out anywhere else. No, we've got B, H, L, T, W, P, guys. So I hope that's resonated. Please comment below if it has. Don't forget to put a green heart in the comments section below if you want to be in the draw to win a private reading or to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate. Ooh, look at this. Let's talk. They want to talk to you. So I think it's more about them waiting for maybe the right time. Maybe they're waiting for you to kind of like give them the signal that, you know, you've opened up the doorway to communication. This will be drawn out, guys. The winners will be drawn out on the 1st of November, actually. So check back then, guys, and I look forward to connecting with you then. Love and blessings. Hi, Group 2. Welcome, guys. I'm glad you could be with me today. We're going to see what's going on with your person and what do they want to get off their chest. What do they want to confess to you? So let's have a look. Group 2, got the Celtic, Universal Celtic Tarot. Let's see. What does your person want to say to you? Wow, hang on, that flew out weird. 10 of Cups. Ooh, the happy ever after. Look at them. So happy in each other's arms and in nature. And the trees smiling down on them. How beautiful. You know, this is something they're thinking of maybe. Reminiscing on this. Let's see. Gosh. So Group 2's person, I should say. Group 2, please, Spirit. Group 2's person, what energy are they currently sitting in? Group 2. What current energy are they sitting in, please, Spirit? Group 2's person. Current energy for Group 2. The 7 of Swords reversed. We've got the 6 of Swords. And we've also got the 3 of Swords reversed. Wow, your person, these are all swords. So there's a lot of, okay, what am I seeing here? Your person's coming out from a place of heartbreak. It looks like they're like, we are looking at the divine confessions of a broken heart. They're wanting to move forward, because the 7 of Swords can represent sneaky behavior, someone trying to avoid or escape a situation. They're not being totally honest, slipping away type thing. Being reversed, it kind of shows me that they're moving away from that place of withdrawing and hiding, and it could be that they were withdrawn and hiding in pain. Okay. And 3 of Swords is heartbreak. It's that need to purge. And I feel like your person's trying to do that right now. They're trying to move on. Okay, trying to see how there's someone in that boat there. It's kind of like a send-off. It's like a farewell. And yeah, I feel like your person just really feels that this has pretty much died between the two of you. Their heart has broken. They're feeling like maybe there's no point in trying to go back to this at the moment, but we will see what else is coming through, okay? I'm hearing too that they know they can't run or hide from their feelings anymore or how things are. They've had no choice but to accept things for how they are now. And so depth, complexity, awareness, importance. So whatever this is very significant to your person. They've got very strong feelings, very deep awareness of this connection here. Hang on. Yeah, look at that. Loss, grief, sorrow, pain. It's a very deep loss. It's a very deep feeling. Such a deep loss of sorrow here and pain that they feel they've got no choice but to move on. They can't carry this weight any longer. And even though the Six of Swords is moving on, it's having that clarity and moving from, the battle into calmer waters and clearer skies type thing. It's like I can see clearly now type card. Your person's still carrying this heavy heart. It's almost like they've been wounded in battle and now are retreating away and needing to seek out another path. But I want to see what they want to say to you, okay? What does their broken heart want to say? These are my Divine Confessions of a Broken Heart, Volume 1, specifically made for this. I'm jealous. Oh, you might be with somebody else. When you left, it felt like someone took a hold of my heart and tore it in two. So they're feeling that, it looks to me like this reading is maybe one where you have said goodbye, and even though you might not want to really say goodbye, and maybe deep down in your heart you haven't, there might have been a reason why you had to. Maybe this person betrayed you, or something really, something really painful happened here, and maybe there was a deception or betrayal, because the Seven of Swords can represent someone who is dishonest, doing things behind your back. And that might have made you put your foot down and say, see you later type thing. I'm not dealing with that. So they're jealous of maybe you being with someone else, or the fact that you're getting on with your life. That could be something there as well. So open your heart. Yeah, your person feels that your heart is closed to them. Okay, and they do feel like it's they have had many dark night it's like a dark night of the soul. They've had many nights where they have been in darkness, feeling really like sad, crying over this. It's been very tough for your person, even though you might not even know that. So I'm getting ready to fight for this connection. That's interesting, because yeah, it's interesting, because I feel like your person feels like there's no choice but to move on. There's a very deep loss. But at the same time, they're getting angry and they're getting pissed off. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. I'm going to fight for this because it's what I really want, and I know that I need to be with you type thing. So they're thinking about this. They are thinking about fighting for your heart, fighting for you to open up perhaps to them. So what are they actually feeling for you? What are they feeling for group 2? So there's the wheel reversed. So things are not turning in their favor right now. The Three of Wands. Okay, expansion, seeing the future. King of Cups. Wow, there's very strong feelings here. And the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay, they want you to put your guard down. They want you to put your walls down. Put your guard down. They have very strong feelings for you. They do see a future with you, but they feel like there's just no way it can happen in this, like almost like a loss, like a feeling of despair that it couldn't happen in this lifetime, that maybe it's just not ever going to be happening for them, which is why they've kind of resigned themselves to the fact of they just got to pick themselves up and move on. But they don't want to. Deep down, they are still really holding on. They're really angry, like so much pain. It's almost like angry tears I see with your person, that this has happened in this way. And maybe you did shut them out quite fast. Whoop. Mirroring, reflection, shared feelings, and you. You know, you could be doing this too. They might see that you're doing this, that you feel these things, that you have strong feelings for them, that you're angry as well, you're shutting them out. You feel like you've got no choice but to move on. So it's kind of like a mirrored thing going on here, where you both have kind of requested the same things from each other. Apprehensive, guarded, cautious, afraid. Yeah, they see that you are very apprehensive with them. But mirroring, they also are apprehensive in coming forward towards you, even though they're wanting to fight for this. So you were meant for me and I was meant for you. And I can't let you go. There you go. There it is. Can't let you go. And the silence is deafening me. So maybe you've really cut them out. Maybe you've stopped contact, or even if it's not like a blocking them, they just feel that there's no way that they can contact you because maybe you just wouldn't respond. So what is their shadow self wanting to say to you? Their shadow side. It says, I need you all to myself. That's that possessiveness coming through. I feel so detached from life, reality, and you. And it was much easier to hide than face the truth. That's that Seven of Swords, hiding away. And I'm scared to face you because you mirror to me all the things I need to heal. So you are the mirror. Once again, you are the mirror and they see their reflection in you. So when they're looking at you, you are showing them all the things that, you're kind of like reflecting to them all the things they need to heal. And that freaks them out. So what shadow is your person sitting in right now? Manipulation. And secretive. So they're still being secretive, hiding behind the scenes. They might be trying to manipulate something. Like it could be that you see, I don't know, it could be like the whole thing of social media where you might look at some of their posts and they're really sad and it's a poor me type thing. So they might be kind of make you feel bad, or it could be another thing that they might be making out they've moved on and they're happy. It's that kind of thing here. Gossip. Interesting. We've got secretive and gossip. So it could be that your person's secretly gossiping as well. About you in this relationship. They might be trying to make out it wasn't as bad a breakup as it was, or there's just something going on there. And selfishness, okay, coming through here as well with your person. So they're just like all about themselves at the moment in that space. But what is their higher self wanting to say to you? Their higher self, your light helps me navigate through the darkness towards you. So we can see them in a place of darkness. And I am breaking free from negative attachments. So your person's adamant that they need to get away from maybe addictions or past behavioral patterns that have caused issues in this connection. They might not know how to, but they're adamant about wanting to, about wanting to seek out a way to get there. If it means getting to you, then that's what they'll do. It's time we got out and had fun. So they might feel that it's been really serious in your connection. They miss having fun with you. Okay, so what else can I see here? What else do I want to see? So let's see then, what do they want to get off their chest? What does your person actually want to really confess to you? What do they want to get off their chest today? So the Four of Wands, you might have had a home together, or there might have been, moving towards marriage. Doesn't have to be. But they really feel like they have lost out on having a life with you that's, that stability. It's almost like they feel like they've been thrown out of your house type thing and rejected in some way. The Star reversed. So it's about losing hope and losing I'll get more into that. That's the Aquarius. And we've got the Judgment card. They feel like you're judging them. And they want a fresh start with you. We've got Strength. Yeah, they feel like you're strongly judging them. And they feel really like you're looking down on them at the moment as well. And they're losing hope for this connection. As we can see, there's a lot of the dark place they're in. We only see one card that says they want to fight for this kind of thing. They are very heavy in their grief. They're very adamant that they do want to change, but they're stuck in that. They don't know how to. They're overburdened by this feeling of that it's their fault, you know, they're to blame type thing. But they're really feeling insecure about themselves and you and the connection and the future, and they feel like they're not the strong person that you needed them to be, and they feel ashamed about that. But, you know, it might, you know, I'm not trying to laugh, but you might see it as different. Like, you might think, well, you know, that's not what I see, because they might be, you know, antagonistic, or they might come at you and lash out or say something or blame you, and it's kind of like pointing the finger at you type thing, rather than looking at their own kind of stuff here, even though they know deep down it is their stuff. So hang on. So we've got illusions, clouded judgment. See, there's judgment, clouded judgment. So maybe they're trying to tell you too that they, oh look, there's a secret admirer. Suppression, resistance, shyness. They are secretly admiring you from afar, and they might be trying to put out an illusion that they're okay. But at the same time, they have a clouded judgment right now. They're not seeing things clearly, even though they are in a place of wanting to move forward and move into clarity. They can't move on. That's what I'm getting. It said here, I can't let you go. They cannot move on from you as much as they feel like they have to. They feel like they've got no choice but to, because maybe you're in another connection, or they just have done their dash type thing and you don't trust them now. There's just something going on where they're just really feeling at a loss. They don't feel strong. They don't feel courageous. They feel tempted by you, but at the same time they're stubborn and holding back out of stubbornness, and their grief is coming through. Wow, hang on a minute. Way too many there. But this one, they're not you. So maybe there's other people or someone else in their life, you know, that they've thought of being with or are with, and they're saying they're not you. And I worry about what you're telling others about me, which is that gossip thing too. So maybe that's their fears here too, that you are talking about them in a bad light, you know, putting them in a bad light. So that's what they want to confess, is that they're afraid, you know, that you're really judging them, that you're talking about them to others, that you don't see them in a good light, but that you don't even look up to them. You don't have this, you don't see them as strong and courageous, or someone who can stand on their own 2 feet. You see them as insecure, and that's how they feel. You know, they do feel insecure. They feel like there's no hope and no way out of that. So no one compares to you. There it is again. They're not you. No one compares to you. And I'm sorry for all the hateful things that I said. I was just afraid. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Hang on, we'll get those in a moment. Do want to see what's going on with these. So, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Your person is seriously not letting go. Even if it seems like that they are moving on, deep down they're not. I find that with them, they need some kind of closure. It's just, even with you being with someone else, or even if you told them a million times it's over and I'm not coming back, they just don't want to hear that. You know, it's something that they can't deal with. Big changes, 555, time to receive abundance. So there's opportunities coming to your person to change, okay? And I'm feeling so jealous of all the people who get to be close to you right now. See, the words I'm jealous came up before. It doesn't have to necessarily be because you're in another connection, but they're jealous of the other people having your time and attention as well in your life. So once your person's able to move through all of this stuff, you know, what could they, you know, if you ever were to talk to each other or come back together again, you know, even as a friend, whatever, What will they come through with? Like, what beautiful energy can they come through with when they do heal themselves? You know, if they do move through that, they'll be balanced. Detoxing their life, which is really awesome, because we could see like addictions or some kind of bad behaviors. Patient, because they might be a very impatient person. And magnetic, so there would be someone that you'd be very attracted to, which might be how, you know, you were in the very beginning. But yeah, there's definitely room for change for your person. It does look like they are purging some things. It is okay to move on. That's their higher self talking to you. And also, I know we are soulmates, and it's not your fault. Okay, one more of these. So I wish I could tell you how I truly feel, but these feelings I have for you scare me. Yeah, they do. So, all right, let's get one of these. So we've got sad divine masculine. So whether you're a masculine or you're asking about a masculine, the divine masculine is really sad and releasing. See, very sad about releasing this. Yeah, very sad. Yeah, about shedding that. Now, so what is Spirit helping your person with right now? What is Spirit helping your person with right now? Replenishing their energies. This is really important that your person does this, you know, that they do detox themselves, that they do rest, that they do take time out to heal. And 31, you know, is a 4, which is also the Emperor in the tarot. So it's about taking control of their lives now, standing up strong and not blame shifting or anything like that, but taking responsibility, holding, you know, themselves accountable for the things that they have done wrong as well, and really trying to build themselves up and change their life, transform themselves, not for anyone else but themselves. That's something else that they've got to learn here too. I'm just having a look at some of the pictures on here as well. Yeah, there's also a boat in there, and we see someone playing a harp, and we see like a castle and a palace, and I think it's like knights. We see knights on horses and stuff. So it's kind of like your person has been really trying to fight for this, and they just have to let it go for now. You know, they just have to take a break, and just allow things to be as they are. Yeah, and we got the man holding the woman here as well. So it could be that your person feels like they're either a rescuer or they need to be rescued. So they just need to take a break. So what is your guidance card from Spirit? So finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Maybe you need to just go to somewhere that you find really peaceful. Could be within your home. It could be a sacred altar that you have created, or out in nature somewhere, and just opening to the spiritual source, to Spirit, tuning into your, you know, opening your crown chakra, basically doing a meditation, to be able to trust in your own guidance as to what to do in this situation as well. And see how there's snow-capped mountains. It kind of reminds me of things just being in the place of stillness. Things are freezing over, and it's a time to just pause and reflect, and it's that introspection. And I think that's what Spirit is saying, is go within too. Your own sanctuary is within. It's not always, you know, outside of ourselves. It is actually within. And so knowing that you have the power to, you know, create and transform things as you wish to in your own life. What else did I have to bring up here? Yeah, so I want to get a couple of messages here. So how can I ever pay you back? So it's like your person really must feel that, you know, maybe financially there has been things that you did help them out with in the past. Yeah, there's something going on there as well. I constantly feel you running through my veins. And I feel you so strongly, I can taste your essence. And I want to give you the world. And you are my destiny. And you are my star who outshines all others. And I didn't fall in love with you because I have always loved you and always will. Let's get some charms, guys. Let's get some charms and letters for you. For group 2. Group 2. So we've got a saucepan here, so someone might really like to cook. They might want to cook you a meal or be a chef. We've got the baby bib here too, but it's so weird because I've never gotten this message before, but it's coming through now. Obviously, it could mean that someone might have children, or you might have a child together, or they might want to have, you know, a baby with you. It can represent inner child sometimes. But for some reason, I just got the words, you know, they've spat the dummy, basically. They're chucking a tantrum. It's kind of like that, you know, where they've just really become pissed off and withdrawn, maybe sulking away, and maybe acting a little bit like a baby in some ways. It's only going to resonate with some of you. But they're just growing in it. So we've got the plane as well, which can represent, you know, travel and the freedom, I'm getting freedom, but wanting to travel perhaps towards you. Also, we've got tears of joy here, so it looks like there can be a happy outcome, guys. We've got someone who might smoke as well, and we've got the, what's this? Oh, yeah, the little pussycat. So someone might own a cat, but it can represent protection, fertility, things like that. We've got the cute little charm here which says love, so your person does really love you. There's a strong love together. We've got Capricorn, which is that practical energy and ambitious. Can represent finances and responsibility. We've also got the footprint here, so it's kind of like you've left footprints on their heart, or vice versa. You know, it's that's how they kind of see you. We also have the Wheel of Fortune here. This is what I call it. So it's all about destiny, and the wheel changing. So the wheel can turn. We've got mittens, so it can represent, you know, cooking or winter, however you want to look at that. We've also got a guardian angel wing, so, you know, the angels are holding you both under their wing. And we've got Pisces. Someone might like fishing as well. We've got the 5-cent echidna coin and Australian coin, and it's 1983. Let's get some letters. Group 2. So we got an I, an F, a W. No, sorry. Well, that could be it. It's an M, but you could call it a W if you really wanted to. V. Oh, no, there is a W. W and a H. Okay, guys, let me have a look. F-I-V-E. F-I-V-E. So we got 5. We did see 555 before, which represents change and its major transformations coming across. It could be, number 5 could be a birthday, a month, which is May. So something could happen in May. As well. What else have I got? Hem, H-E-M, hive, H-I-V-E, so it could be a beehive. I don't know if that's significant in any way. Well, we got W-I-F-E, wife. So your person does want to make you their wife, or you might want to be their wife. It depends on how you're looking at it. So there's definitely someone who wants this commitment with you. They want to have, like, make home with you as well. So I'm not sure if I can see anything else. There's not much else I can get with these, I don't think. Him, H-I-M, so it could be a him that you're talking about. Really not much I can do with these guys. So anyway, we've got F, V, W, E, M, I, and H, okay? So I really hope that's resonated with you. If it has, please put a green heart in the comments section below if you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me, or to go in the draw to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate. I need space right now. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. So even though they want to come towards you, they need that space. So guys, that will be drawn out on the 31st, or no, the 1st of November. So please check back then. Love and blessings to you all. Hi, Group 3. Welcome, guys. I'm glad you could be with me today. We're going to see what's going on with your person. Group 3's person, what do they want to get off their chest and confess to you? What does your person want to say? So that's the Hermit, came out reversed just then. That's the Virgo energy. We'll have a look at what that might mean. It might come up again. What is Group 3's person's current energy, please, that they're sitting in right now, please, Spirit? Got the Knight of Swords reversed. And we got the High Priestess reversed. Your person seems to be quite closed off right now. Maybe there's no communication between the two of you either. They're not trusting in their own intuition. They're unable to know what to do at this time. We've got the Pisces, Gemini energies there. Infatuation, adoration, addiction, compulsion. It could be addictions for your person. But they could also have tunnel vision with this as well. That they're not seeing the bigger picture. They're sort of like narrowing in on a particular thing. So it could be you. Maybe they are watching you from afar. And they're just not knowing what to do about this situation with you right now. Wow, that's crazy. Way too many here, guys, but this is jumped out in a weird way. So we got longing, vows, and secretly admiring you from afar. Now that's the one that went flying over here. So your person is secretly admiring you, and they are longing for you, and there is a want to commit to you as well. They want to come out of this energy that's in and out very fast. I feel like they don't want to be rash or impulsive with you, or making decisions that are just impulsive. Like I feel like they really want to come forward, but they are, biding their time. They're not sure how to. They're not trusting in their intuition. They don't have all the answers on how to. And whilst they're doing that, they're longing for you behind the scenes and really missing you. And maybe for some of you, you might have been engaged or you could have been married, but there's a feeling of wanting to commit to you, okay? They really are. It's like it's only you that they're thinking of and that they're feeling this way towards right now. And I hear that some of them are regretting a decision where they had the opportunity to commit to you and didn't. So they might have really hightailed it out of there type thing and now are regretting that. What does your person want to say to you? These are my divine confessions of a broken heart that I created. So I've become so numb, I don't know how to make wrongs right, and I know we share a spiritual bond. And so what are they saying from their shadow self to you, Group 3's person, shadow side? What's their shadow side saying to you? This is my divine yin-yang oracle for lovers, messages of shadow and light. So their shadow says, stop confusing me. And I've withdrawn because I feel numb inside. How many times? Wow. I've become so numb. I feel so numb. Wow. So your person's really numb. They're feeling really numb inside. They don't know what to do. They're confused. Maybe their shadow self is saying, stop confusing me, because something on your end is making them like have mixed signals about you. Maybe they're not sure what you really want with them. But there's definitely this feeling of they're just stuck. They don't know what to do. They're not coming towards you. They're not moving away from you. They're just really unsure what to do. Okay, so we've got, what are they feeling for you? Before I do that, I just want to check out my divine love messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate deck that I created that you have the chance to win. So, wow, okay. I'm thinking of you right now and I miss you. Look at this. So right now as you're watching this video, your person's missing you right now and thinking of you. Okay, so how is your person feeling about you? How is your person feeling about you? Look, the Lovers. They want to hold you in their arms. They want to look into your eyes and make love to you and be united with you. Your person really, really misses you. They really long for that touch, that loving touch. You know, they're infatuated with you. They're watching you from afar, and it's like you're the only person on their mind. Two of Swords is at conflict, and we've also got the Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, they're not moving, and they're not able to see, once again, like the High Priestess here, they're unable to see a way forward towards you. They feel like maybe the door's closed on your end, that you're not allowing for an opportunity. You're not allowing them to offer anything to you. Excuse me. And we've got the Page of Wands and the Chariot reversed. Yeah, they're not sure how to navigate towards you. And they're not sure that it would be happy news for you, you know, that it wouldn't be something that you would want. They're afraid that even if they were to surprise you and come back, that you would reject them. This is the Cancer energy, Sagittarius, Gemini again, 2 Gemini energies here. Could be twin flames we're talking about for you guys. But they definitely feel so much passion for you. And it's kind of like going nowhere at the moment because someone's put a stop to this. And it could have been their own doing. You know, they might have run away scared and now are facing consequences. But I just feel like they really adore you. I'm hearing that song, I Adore You, by Amy Shark. Or it could be Miley Cyrus. I'm hearing the words, I adore you. It's a song. So we've got distance, barriers, separation, space, and intimacy. So there's a distance and separation. See this? They want this intimacy with you, but they're feeling the feeling, seriously, this separation is something that's really taking its toll on them. They cannot handle this separation. It's causing them to go a bit mad. You know, they're driving themselves a bit mad with this because you're constantly on their mind and they're secretly admiring you and just, it's almost like obsessively thinking about this and really missing the closeness that they could have with you. The silence is deafening me. So there's definitely what seems like no communication between you. And it could be that they are holding themselves back, you know. It could be that, yeah, you might have the door open to them, but they just don't feel like there's an opening for them to come back in. They might have their tail between their legs right now. I'm protecting you by staying away. See, it's what I'm saying. It might be their choice to stay away because as much as they miss you and want to be with you and come forward, they don't know how to just yet. They don't have the clarity on knowing how to make wrongs right, I should say. They don't know how to make wrongs right. So they might feel like they're protecting you by staying away because they know there's things they need to sort out, but they know they do know they've hurt you. And I think that they're not mature enough just yet to come forward with that apology or to set things straight because we've got 2 pages here in the Knight, reverse too. And I feel like your person's still in a very young type of energy, maybe still immature emotionally, still needs to grow and needs to learn, you know, how to deal with this kind of stuff, not run away. So I often think of reaching out to you, but stop myself out of fear. Right here, we're talking about this. What is their higher self message to you? So there's warmth in my heart for you. So they really do when they think about you and in that, you know, that loving space because they are secretly admiring you from afar and they really do love you. They have these feelings for you. There's a warmth in their heart that burns for you. It's like that John Farnham song, I burn for you. Such a gorgeous song. If you haven't heard that song, look it up, Google it. John Farnham, I burn for you. It's so awesome, that one. Beautiful. So I feel secure that not everything is about me or a reflection of who I am. This is their higher self, or, you know, it could be them in their positive state too, knowing that it's not all about them. They might be playing victim a little bit. I need to express my innermost thoughts to you. So they really do have a lot of things they'd like to share with you that they're keeping to themselves right now. And I do feel like for some of you that they could have had the opportunity to really tell you their feelings, but it must have just, you know, in some cases dragged out to the point where you just walked away. So I tried to deceive you, but I was only deceiving myself. The player got played. Ooh. That's that in-out energy too, is that you might have thought, well, they might have cheated on you. You know, there could have been infidelity. But they tried to pull the wool over your eyes or deceive you, but in actual fact, they've deceived themselves. It's backfired on them. So that's only going to resonate for some of you, that particular message. All right, let's have a look. Surrender to the present feeling. That's what your person's trying to do right now, is not run away. Look at this. I love you. Wow. Surrendering to the present feeling of I love you. Wow. Wow. It's almost like, you know, that they want to come back and let you know that if they have the chance to come back in, they actually want to come forward and tell you their real feelings. It's almost like they're missing you so much that they pray for a second chance so that they can come in and share with you what it is they really do feel. So what shadow is your person sitting in right now? What shadow? Secretive and destructive, which you see addictions here too. So your person could be hiding away, you know, hiding away from the world and maybe smoking or drinking or just being destructive in some way. Then they may not be really working on themselves at this stage. Yeah. What else have we got? So ego bound. So your person's still immature, not seeing the bigger picture on how to fix it or how to grow. And that's what's really blocking this, I feel. It's stunting them at the moment. And this connection is because they're still stuck in some past. And they're not able to really, and we do see it's to do with vows. So there has been a breaking of a promise or a vow here as well. So we do see that your person's longing for you. They do want this commitment with you. You might have been in a commitment together and then something's happened where they have just broken that, you know, and betrayed you and broke your trust. Yeah, so what we're going to see is, what does your person actually want to get off their chest? What do they really want to confess to you? 5 of Wands reversed. They don't want to fight with you anymore. And they don't want to compete for your attention, you know, with other people. They don't want to compete with other people for your attention, but they don't want to fight anymore. 4 of Swords reversed. Okay, so they don't want to be hiding away as well. Let's see this 9 of Wands reversed. And we've got the Fool. They definitely want a new beginning. This fresh start with you. They want this. And we've got the Temperance reversed. They want forgiveness. They want healing and balance in this now. We've got 2 Sagittarius energies, and we've got the Fool. So they definitely want that fresh start with you. They wish that they could make it right. They want to apologize, but I think that at the same time they're still I don't feel like they're going to point the finger and want to be in that blaming game anymore, or blame game. I think that they're ready to say, you know, I did the wrong thing or whatever it is. They're ready to kind of like own up to that. But at the same time, they're not sure on how to make it work. But I feel like they would be willing to. Like if you were to tell them, well, I need this from you and I need you to do this. And I need you to hear me out and do this and let's build this. I feel like they would listen and that they would want to go with it and follow your advice and guidance. But maybe you're above that now and don't want to have to teach your person how to treat you. So that could be something as well. But I don't feel like it's malicious or deliberate. I feel like your person just is really oblivious to some of the things that they need to do. But I'm saying that they do know that they've hurt you in some way. What else we got here? Yeah, I mean, I feel like your person's definitely, in some ways, have chosen an addiction even over this connection. That could have been something that was a betrayal, that they chose something, or that they weren't moving away from something that they knew was wrong for them, and that could have affected this connection. It's going to resonate with some of you. But they do want to let you know that they haven't given up on this, but they feel like they've had no choice but to kind of just surrender to what is. You know, they're feeling really stuck right now, and they don't want to hurt you anymore. They don't want to be hurting, and they don't want to hurt you anymore. They don't want to fight anymore. They really just wish that everything would go back to the start, but obviously on a fresh slate. Because I'm hearing, can you ever forgive me, or will you ever forgive me? You know, I'm hearing that. So, conflicted. Yeah, multiple choices, inconsistency, decisions. Once again, that Two of Swords here, which is that conflicted energy going on here. Your person's not tuning into their intuition here. So they're not following their heart. They're really stuck. They're feeling just down and out. They don't know what to do to make things better. Clashing and feminine energy. There might be a feminine around them right now who might be in their ear. Differences, incompatibility, and conflict. Again, that word conflict. So it feels like your person could be conflicted if there's an ex, like a feminine energy around them, or it could be a mother type figure. Somebody is influencing them in some way, and maybe getting into their ear, or they've got some, if it has been infidelity and you're talking about a masculine, it could be that they might still have somebody like an ex around them that they might be trying to let go of, or that is, you know, harassing them, or whatever's going on. Or it could be a mother figure, or just a female around them as well. This feminine energy doesn't have to be a female, but it could be just a feminine energy around them that's trying to maybe come in between you, or is telling them different things. So they're really conflicted on what to do. And that might be why they're not taking action, because they do really want to be with you, but it feels like, it just feels like they can't be. So there's something or somebody standing in the way as well, I feel. I've kept my feelings for you secret. I now wanted to tell you how much you mean to me. They want to surrender, see, to the present feeling of actually sharing their true feelings, which is wanting that commitment with you. And I will never love again. There will never be another you. And I often fantasize about you and the future we could have together. I think one turned over, but sometimes they do that, and then I don't know what's happened with them. This one says, our chemistry is so strong right now. So your person's thinking about you, they're fantasizing about you, feeling your energy, thinking about you. Listen to your heart over what others say. Now, this can also be that they're worried that someone else is getting into your ear. They're worried that you're not listening to your heart and following your heart, but you might be listening to other people, their opinions on this connection and about them. We have had many lifetimes together. And when I think of you, I smile. Oh, hang on a minute. Too many there. This one says, well, these ones say, I often dream of a life together with you, which goes hand in hand with this one here, fantasizing about a future. And being away from you feels like someone died. Yeah, absolutely. Your person's missing you so much. And I want to say, I had to walk away to work on myself. Okay, so let's get some cards here as well. So it says, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. It's something you need to do right now, is really love yourself. and maybe not give in to this person if it's something you feel that they need to work on themselves, if they're just going to revert back to the same old kind of patterns with you. You might be trying to move onwards and upwards in your life, and you've maybe grown out of a lot of what's happened in this connection here, and they might still be stuck in that. So it's about really loving yourself, and I feel like a lot of you might be really tempted to reach out to this person, but even so, you know, they might still be okay, like they might talk back to you, but like they might respond, but at the same time they might still be in that place, and it might just hurt you further because you're realizing that nothing's progressing. So it's just really about building yourself up first. So let's have a look at some message cards here. So ever since I've met you, nothing in my life seems to make sense anymore. My whole world has been turned upside down. I feel so confused. And even though you are not in my life right now, you still are the best thing that has ever happened to me. And even though I did not tell you this before, and I might never get the guts to say this to you, but I do love you. See, I love you, surrendering to this, wanting to tell you their feelings. I only want to be with you. I'm leaving a karmic situation behind. Now that's very interesting, because I do feel like some of them are in either an addiction, a behavioral pattern that just, you know, they need to get out of, or with another partner. So now let's see what, you know, once they've transformed out of this energy, if they are evolving and growing and moving on and not being stuck in this, what can they come through with? What positive energy can they come through with? We've got quite a few. Confident, growing, which is what we want to see, charismatic, musical, understanding, and also inspired and gentle. So they're beautiful energies they can come into. So what is Spirit helping your person with right now? So we've got forward movement. This is really awesome, because we want to see, it's like the Chariot, see? So cute. Reminds me of this Chariot right here. So when we see that is reversed, it looks like Spirit is helping your person to move forward in their life, to progress, to grow, to evolve, to transition and transform, like the butterfly shows here. And the 45, the 4 and 5 is a 9, which is the Hermit, which is about seeking out that inner wisdom as well. So it looks like your person needs to seek that first, that intuition, the sacred knowledge, before they can actually move forward anyway. So it does look like, you know, this could happen for your person. It might take a little bit of time, but I think that your person would be open enough to learn. You know, I feel like they would be open enough to learn. Maybe they've gotten past that whole resistance and being stubborn and, you know, holding walls up and kind of blaming. I feel like they've gotten past that now. It feels like to me they're more feeling just like at a loss, don't know what to do, they're stuck. They don't know what decision to make. Maybe there is another person in their life that is stopping them from kind of coming forward into this as well. So they really don't know what to do. But I feel like they would want to work with you if they were just kind of like told, you know, what to do. So what is Spirit guiding you to do? What is your guidance card from Spirit for group 3? Go with the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. So just knowing that things are happening as they're meant to, just keep going the way you're meant to, okay? Everything's going, it's like going with the flow. Just allow things to be. Don't resist it. So look, regret but hope remains. This reminds me, when I created these cards, these are my Divine Love Oracle, I saw this as like the 5 of Cups, that there is regrets and there's grief and sorrow, But there is also hope, and there's a silver lining. You know, there are lessons in this as well, and realizing that all is not lost. So it does look to me like there is hope in this connection after all, but it just requires your person to really change their perspective as well, because they are kind of like just stuck in that tunnel vision, very kind of like keeping their eyes on you, not sure what to do, and it's just that cycle they're trapped in right now. But, you know, in time something can shift. You know, something might happen in their relationship or in yours, or, you know, things can happen in your lives that can kind of like stop that whole Truman Show bloody cycle going on, you know, where it's every day's the same cycle. So I want to follow you through all time and all universes. Your person really looks up to you. They really, really regret these past mistakes. It's easier to stay away now than lose you later. And I always hope to have you in my life. I want to give you the world, and you are my destiny. And your face haunts me day and night, and you are healing my soul, but it is a work in progress. And no one lights me up and inspires me like you do. All right, let's get some charms. For group 3, please. Spirit, group 3. Hang on, I'll get that right. Yeah, group... I don't think I've done this right. Hang on. Hang on a minute. There we are, group 3. Okay, charms, please, Spirit. Oopsies. Hang on. Charms for group 3. Okay, what do we got? We got, well, this one. Someone could be a weed smoker, so your person might smoke weed. But it does say weed out bad karma, which is really interesting, because it said before too that your person's removing themselves from a karmic cycle or situation, so they will be weeding it out. That's really cool. We've also got the nature, so look at this, rising from the rubble, which is kind of like saying rising from the ashes like a phoenix. So it's a transformation, and it's leaving the past behind. So it does look like your person will, you know, move through this. We've got a pussycat, so it could be that someone loves cats, but it could also represent that they just want to be by your side like a companion and just cuddle with you. We've also got the fork, so there might be a cook or a chef, or they might want to cook you a meal or take you out for dinner. And we've got Leo the lion. We've also got, what's this one? Cancer. Cancer. Now, the High Priestess can be a Pisces, Cancer. It's usually Pisces. But yeah, it's kind of representing that imaginative thing, imagination, intuition, home and family, protection, security. Look, Scorpio, transformation, cool. So it does show a lot of stuff here with transformation. We got the Aquarius. So there's wishes coming true perhaps, or your person, you really are an inspiration to your person. And it feels like maybe them seeing you growing in yourself, and it might inspire them too. Someone's got a strong faith, and we've got the zebra. So it could be an African connection, or it could be that someone is seeing things only in black and like black or white. And then we've got Libra. So we've got a fair few star signs going on here. So balancing the scales, balancing karma. It's like your person is trying to gain courage and strength whilst holding this hope inside, you know, longing for you, that things will balance out, and, you know, they're going to transform their energy as well. And they really want to perhaps even have a family with you. What's the letters? Group 3, what's the letters? Oh man, we got heaps. Okay, hang on. We got an X, we got a B, we got an O. V, T, E, K, G, J, I, Q, C, and an M. Wow, okay. So the first word I saw was box. So someone could be a boxer, or might be moving, like packing boxes. They might give you a gift box too. There might be something in a little box for you that they want to give. Cox, C-O-X. I was thinking of like a surname or something there. G-O-B, gob. So they might, I don't know, I'm thinking it might be a nickname. Bog, what am I saying? B-E, I'm just trying to get this in my brain. Okay, T-I-M-E, which is time. So it's a matter of time. I feel like your person's just getting really impatient. They want things to happen now. But at the same time, they know it's going to take time. You know, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of divine timing, basically, for this as well. I've got the name Joe, J-O-E, okay, Joe, or J-O for Joe. We've got job. As I said, some of you have a faith. It could be, I think in the Bible there is one called Job, isn't there? I'm not really a huge Christian, like I was raised as a Christian, but I haven't read all the Bible or anything. I've read parts of it years ago, but I think there is like a verse or chapter or something in there that's Job. I don't know, what's coming through. I've got T-O-M, so Tom. Okay, we've got Tom, T-O-M. So someone might have Thomas or Tom in their life. We've got a Kim, K-I-M. So we've got Kim, we've got Tim. So we had a Tim and a Tom. C-O-K-E, Coke. Someone might like drinking Coke. Hopefully it's not cocaine. But, you know, it's Coke. They like drinking Coke. What else have I got here? Toke, T-O-K-E. So someone might like a toke of a smoke. We have, what am I getting here? Gem, G-E-M. Oh, I was going to say it looked like Gemini. But I don't know, gem, they might see you that you are like their gem, like you are a rare gem to them. What else have I got? I've probably got so much stuff going on. Ox, O-X, so someone could be the year of the ox, if we're talking like Chinese horoscopes. The year of the ox. Yeah, I'm trying to see what others are, because there's so many, it's going to take a bit of time to kind of go through. K, I, T, E, kite. So someone might have flown a kite, or owns a kite, if that makes any sense. There's a kit, K-I-T, can be a name, kit, or they might have some kind of kit that they carry with them. So weird. I just remembered that Knight Rider with Kit, the car. That's so funny. Mex, so someone might come from Mexico or love Mexican food. Jet, J-E-T, so my cat is named Jet, isn't that funny, Jet? But it could be someone called Jet, or it could be flying in a plane. Someone might, you might live overseas from one another or interstate. Bet, B-E-T, it might feel like a bit of a gamble with this. Could be Betty too, Bet, short for Betty. Bite, B-I-T-E, this might be a person that likes to bite you. There might be someone who gets very passionate in bed and like to nibble and bite on your ear or something, or your neck. That's funny, that's coming through. And bike too, I just realised, hello. We've got bike, so it could be a motorbike that they ride on, or a cycle, bicycle is what I'm trying to say. I'm getting tired now, guys. So bike could be something that they're riding on, whether it be a motorbike or a bicycle. Yeah, it's coming through strong there. That's really, really cool. So T-O-E, so it could be significant to someone's toe. It could be that they have a toe ring, or there might be an injured toe. I don't know. I'm just seeing these things here. What else have we got? Come on. Yeah, I keep thinking there's an N, but there's no N. Big, B-I-G, so they might have a big house. Oh, shit, I better stop now. Oh, my God, it's too funny. Okay, so I'm going to go, guys. We've got C-J-B-O-K-G-I-T-V-E-Q-X and M. So let me know if there's any words that you can think of that come up for you. If it has resonated, please put a green comment in the green heart, I should say, in the comment section below. If you want to be in the draw to win a private reading with me, or to go in the draw to win a deck of my cards, Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate. Wow, look, yes, your feelings are correct. Let's get another one. I wish you were here. Oh, God, that's so cute. And sad at the same bloody time because your person's got a broken heart right now. And guys, I'm drawing this out on the 1st of November, so please check back then. And have a good night or day wherever you are, and I will look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings. So I'm just going to go through some of the cards, or all of the cards that I was using in tonight's reading. We've got White Rose Guidance's Divine Love Messages Volume 1 and Volume 2 from Lindsay over at White Rose Guidance. She's just absolutely lovely. I'm going to shuffle quickly, get a message for the bottom of the deck. It's easier to stay away now than lose you later. Okay, we'll get another message. I will do anything to bring you happiness. So then we use Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, so your person might want to go away with you. And I used my own Divine Radiant Self-Oracle. And I've also got my own Divine Shadow Self-Oracle. They kind of go hand in hand with the shadow aspects of ourselves and the lighter aspects of ourselves. And these are description cards. Basically, can explain, they're always reversed, can always explain somebody's shadow that they might be sitting in. So we'll have a look at what that might be for the general message. Well, that's come out, hasn't it? Doubtful and secretive. So that could be something there as well. On the bottom of the deck, we have got, if I can get them up right, ego bound. Okay, so your person might be stuck in their ego right now. My Divine Radiant Self Oracle, as I said before, shows the positive aspects. So we've got motivated. So your person might come out feeling quite motivated once they've done some of their healing. We've got, we've also got Confessions, I should say, of the Soul by Made for Love. She's lovely. She's got a channel called Made for Love, and she does pick-a-card readings as well as twin flame readings. She's really awesome. So I love her sense of humor. So we've got, I hide my pain behind my ego. We did have ego, didn't we? Ego bound. So then we've got my Divine Confessions of a Broken Heart Volume 1. I'm in the middle of creating Volume 2, guys, which is so exciting. So these are the cards I obviously use for the Divine Confessions of a Broken Heart readings. So yeah, I'll just get a shuffle on these, see what's going on with our people, our person. Wow. Please don't shut me out, can you forgive me? And on the bottom of the deck, it says, if you could see my pain, you'd understand how much I do love you. This is my Divine Yin Yang Oracle for Lovers, Messages of Shadow and Light. So it's messages from a person's shadow side or their higher self. So what you do with these cards is you make a intention before you shuffle on them, and you say, okay, I want a shadow message from my person, or I want a light, a message from their higher self. So we'll get a shadow message first. Okay, so the shadow message says it's not my problem that you feel that way. So, this is where they might be coming if they're a little bit defensive or on guard. Some of them might have even said that to you at some point or had that attitude. Higher self message. You are home to me. Beautiful. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got, let's do it the right way. I feel secure that not everything is about me or a reflection of who I am. And so then we've got Charming Oracle Love Messages by Sarah at Charming Oracle. She's really lovely and I absolutely adore her sense of humour. She uses some really cool little ornaments, you know, movie characters and stuff in her pick-a-card readings. So this one came flying out, these two. You are the only one who gets me and knows the real me, and I miss you regardless of how things seem. And on the bottom of the deck it says, I will be back soon, don't worry. These are Aqua Moonlight's The Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. I use these in every single deck, reading I should say, that I do. I just absolutely love this deck. It's really cool. And we've got my own Divine Love Messages from your Twin Flame Soulmate that you have the chance to win. Pretty much every month I do this. All right, bottom of the deck, we are mirroring each other. Okay, and so I've also got this Sacred Traveler Oracle by Denise Lynn. So we'll have a look at hers. So, navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. Now, this actually did come out in one of the readings, this message, I'm pretty sure it did. I've done a few readings today, even personal ones, so my memory's a bit shot, but it's all good. These are my Divine Love Oracle, okay, that have different pictures and messages on them. Pretty popular. So it says burning passion. Okay, your person has a burning passion for you. I also used Jamie Elford's Triple Goddess Tarot, which is pretty cool. I love the illustrations on this one. It's really cute. And I've also got Floriana Nativo's Universal Celtic Tarot, which I love too. I love these cards. Yeah, they're all awesome. I think that's pretty much it, what I used tonight, I think. Did I use the Whispers of Love? No, I didn't use them, did I? Oh, no, here they are, sorry. I did too. Whispers of Healing by Angela Hartfield, and these were a gift from Viva. So I love these cards. The illustrations are just so lovely. Let's get a special message. So modify your life, modify your behaviors or your daily life or your thoughts. And 20 is the Judgment card in the tarot. So it's just about, you know, checking in on your values and where your intentions lie. Modify the way you talk or the way you think about yourself or others, maybe about how you live your life on a daily basis. You know, there might be some things you might want to change for the better. And this is the Light Seers Tarot that I used as well by Chris Ann. And this is one of the most popular tarot decks that a lot of tarot cards use, tarot readers use. As I said, I can't bloody talk. At the end of the reading, I'm just like a babbling mess. So here we go, the Nine of Swords. Just amazing illustrations on here. I just love them. Just so really beautiful. So guys, that is it. And I will connect with you guys next time. Love and blessings.